Hi everyone, and welcome to my February / ThrillerAthon TBR. I thought I'd just throw all of this into one video, and indeed this TBR is going to look a bit ambitious. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit nervous about it, but I really want to stick to my goals that I'd set this year of realistic TBRs, which I'm hoping this still is, along with trying to keep up with books that I've acquired, review books, and all of that. So this TBR has 23 books on it. I'm filming this on the 7th, so this video is going up the same day I'm filming it. So if you're looking at thinking, so you want to read 23 books in the next 21 days, how is that going to work? And I'm sat here right now going, I'm not sure it's going to, but I'm hopeful it will. Because this is such a long and complex TBR, I'm kind of going to go through all of this in some sort of logical order. So first of all, the books that I'm currently reading. My current audiobooks, I've got 2 on the go. The first one is Better Me, the official autobiography of Gary Barlow. This is an audiobook that I've been listening to for quite a while now with my mum, buddy reading, listening to, and hopefully we will actually get this finished in February because it's been going on long enough. My other current audiobook is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This was picked from my kind of requests for you guys to pick my audiobooks for the year. This was a popular pick that had a couple of votes, so I'm mid-listening to this. I'm over halfway through, so again, I think that'll definitely happen this month. I'm gonna finish it. My current Kindle book, which I've got a physical copy of to show you here, is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I'm about halfway through that, and I've not read it much recently, and I feel like if I just sit and read, I can probably finish this easily in the next couple of nights, so not too worried about getting this finished either. My current physical book is The Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare, which is the 3rd and final book in the Dark Artifice series from the Shadowhunter Chronicles, and I am on page 689 out of just under 900. That may sound like I've still got a good way to go, but it doesn't actually look that much, and I'm now so into the story of this that, quite frankly, I hope to finish this the moment I stop filming this video. I need to edit this video, and it'll be a toss-up between editing and reading this. So, yeah, that's like 4 easy books that I can get finished in the blink of an eye. So when I do finish Queen of Air and Darkness, I hope to pick up Fantastically Great Women Who Changed the World by Kate Pankhurst. This is a book that Aoife got me for my birthday, not last year but the year before, that I've been meaning to pick up for so long, and now is the perfect time. After finishing such a chunky book, I can jump into this, and this is not going to take me too long to read at all. It'll be a really fun thing to pick up. It'll be quite interesting and educational along with it. I'm actually really excited to give this a go and kind of let you know what I think of it. That makes 5 books I should finish easily. After that, because I am probably still going to be wanting to read something short because that's going to take me like 2 seconds to read, I'm going to read The Restless Girls by Jessie Burton. This is a book that Aoife got me for my birthday last year, just gone, and is an absolutely stunning... Why can I never find pictures when I'm looking for them? An absolutely stunning children's book that I should have no problem reading quite quickly. I mean, there's not too much writing per page. There's also not actually as many pictures as I'd perhaps like, but there is a page where I've actually managed to find one. I'm really looking forward to giving this a read, and as I said, it'll be a quick one, and I'm going to fly through this too, so another easy book to get through. Then after that, I want to pick up Eve of Man by Giovanna and Tom Fletcher. I bought this the other week, so I'm trying to stick to my books that I've bought recently actually getting hauled and then appearing in TBRs and getting read. Trying to stick to that goal. Excited to pick this up. This is a YA novel that I don't know as much about as what I used to. I wanted to pick this up like last year and I didn't get around to it. So this follows a girl called Eve, and she is the only female of like being able to have baby kind of age, because for years no females have been born, and then Eve comes along. So it's about her dating, about how to kind of get to the point where she'll be having babies, I assume. I don't really know much more than that, except that it's had fantastic reviews for the most part. So to keep with the order I'm going to be reading of books, I'm not going to mention my last physical book here now. That will be later on for ThrillerAthon. So before ThrillerAthon starts, for the rest of this month, I want to read Magisterium, the 5th book, which is The Golden Tower by Cassandra, Clare and Holly Black. This is the last book in this middle grade fantasy series, and I can't wait to get this read because, as I mentioned when I hauled this book, I was disgusted with myself that I hadn't yet picked this up. Next we have a NetGalley book which I've acquired recently, which is What Happens in France by Carol Wyer. This looks like a really cute contemporary story. Next I've got a YA fantasy that I've been seeing sort of appear here and there with quite beautiful covers in many cases and mixed reviews, and this is, and I'm not quite sure that I'm saying this even remotely correctly actually, but Enchantée, I'm not sure, and this is by Gita Trelease, and this comes out on the 21st of February, so I'm hoping to get to this before ThrillerAthon starts, as ThrillerAthon is running from the 18th to the 24th of February. So I'm hoping at this point that I will then swap to my ThrillerAthon books. So as I said, I've got a physical book that I want to pick up during the ThrillerAthon, and that is Two Can Keep a Secret by Karen M. McManus. This is the author of One of Us is Lying, and I really enjoyed that book. I've got a full spoiler-free review for it, so I'll leave that linked in the cards and also the description down below. But I enjoyed it. As a YA thriller, I feel like I struggle to find ones that I actually like, and I really liked that one, so I was desperate to pick this up. I haven't even hauled this yet, this is how new this is, but all the same, let me just refer back to my challenge notes. Many of the books that I'm about to mention could come into various different possible challenges, but I've decided to put this one as revisit a thriller book or author, because this is my only revisit that I have got in this TBR, so this one's got to go for that one. And as I said, it's a revisit of the author. I've seen a few little reviews of this here and there, not much yet though, and I've seen very mixed things. It's a very short read. It won't take me long at all. It's like 300 pages, not much writing per page really, so there's no reason why I can't fly through this. The next thriller I've got here is a NetGalley one. This is The Nowhere Child by Christian White. I'm not going to go into what all these thrillers are about, partly because I can't remember, partly because I've already done that when I hauled these books, and also just partly because this video is going to be long enough as it is with such a big TBR. So instead I will just tell you when a book is applicable for one of the challenges. So I'm using this one for read the thriller that has been on your TBR the longest. I'm cheating with that quite a lot because this hasn't been on my TBR all that long, but to stick with my own rules of how I want to pick my reading this year, it is the book that has been on my TBR the longest, other than one of the others later on that I'm using for a different challenge. So yeah, cheating a little. Next we have Never Tell by Lisa Gardner, and I'm using this one as a thriller that I added to my TBR most recently. Again, that's not technically true because that would be this one, but I'm already using this for something else, and so I'm going for a different one here. And yeah, I'm just literally using and abusing these prompts in any way I can to make things fit. And it's a casual readathon, so why not? Next we have The Quaker by Liam McIlvany. I need to learn how to pronounce that name ASAP. I'm using this for read the thriller you're most anticipating. A lot of these I'm anticipating quite equally, but this one's pretty high up actually, because this is the one that I was really excited about because it sounded like a kind of Scottish version of Jack the Ripper. I was pretty excited about this one. Another one I'm really excited for is The Nanny by Gilly Macmillan, and I'm using this one as read a thriller recommended by someone. It's not recommended exactly, so I'm going to be buddy reading this hopefully with Aoife over at Fred Weasley Died Laughing, and because she wanted to read this so desperately, and because Gilly Macmillan is one of her favourite thriller authors, I've never picked anything up by this author before, but Aoife has, and she's really highly anticipating this, and so I was like, this sort of counts as a recommendation. She desperately wants to read it, she thinks I should read it, hence why she gave me to buddy read it, so that'll count. Next we have The The Blame Game by C.J. Cook. And I'm using this one for Read a Thriller with the Best Cover. I probably don't think this is the best cover if I'm being honest, but out of the books that I'd got left to pick from for this TBR, this is the best cover out of those that were left. So that's how I'm cheating this one in. And that's all the challenges. Beyond that, other books that I want to get read this month that may or may not be thrillers include A Gift for the Dying by M.J. Arlidge, Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I am very, very, very excited to get to this one. I will be reading it at some point this month, no matter what, because this author's previous book, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, is my favourite book of 2018, without fail. So this is a highly anticipated book for me, and it will be happening. Then we have The Pact We Made by Layla AlAmmar. This is a book set in Kuwait. We have The Fifth Letter by Nicola Moriarty. This is Leanne Moriarty's sister and is kind of similar sort of stuff to hers, I believe, and so pretty excited to be getting to this one. We've got Ripper Confidential, which is a kind of series of essays and investigative journalism into Jack the Ripper. And finally, I've got two other audiobooks that I would like to get to this month. The first is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. This is an audiobook that I purchased last month with my Audible credit, so I want to get to this so that I'm still sticking to reading and listening to books that I acquire as and when I get them. But then I also want to listen to Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, because this was picked in my Pick My Audiobooks video. So someone picked this, so I'm going to be listening to this too. I'm not expecting to finish this audiobook, but I am expecting to get to it and start it before the end of the month. And indeed, that's the thought for the final sort of few books in there. I'm ambitiously expecting to get to everything on this TBR. I'm not expecting to finish everything though. That doesn't mean that I'll cheat and just read a couple of pages of every single book so that then I can just have 500 on the go, so I can be like, yeah, I stuck to my TBR because I started them all. No, I want to try and keep it reasonable, but at the same time, this TBR may seem ridiculous, but I'm really excited and really think I can do this. Let me know if you are taking part in ThrillerAthon in the comments down below. Link me to your TBR if you've made one. I would love to see what thrillers you are picking up. I'd probably be picking up different stuff if it wasn't for the fact that I want to keep on top of my goals, as I said, and read stuff as I get it. So I'm kind of constricting myself to my recent acquirements and also my NetGalley review copies. Otherwise, this would probably be a completely different TBR, but all the same, it'll be hopefully quite different to other people's TBRs. And I love thrillers so much. I don't read them nearly enough. I read quite a few last year, but I want to really go hard with my thrillers this year. Last year's theme was to build up fantasy. As a result, this year I feel like I've already read a lot of fantasy because I'm now more in the habit of picking fantasy up. So this year I want to get into the habit of picking up more thrillers. Along with the fact that I just fly through thrillers, they are so quick to read, it should help me hit my reading goal a lot easier this year if I can pick up more thrillers. Wow, I'm waffling. I need to shut up. Drop me a comment down below, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe by clicking the image of me if you want to see more book views and other bookish content from me, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!